We strongly believe that this time all the conflict, the war and all these problems and challenges that we are facing will just be possible to not repeat again if we be educated, because I think we have to work from the basis.
هیچ وقت مانع تحصیلی ما نشود، چون ما دخترها یا خانم‌ها نسبت از جامعه رو می‌سازیم. پس وقتی که جامعه ما بی‌سواد به بار بیاید، آینده ما خراب است و به فلاکت کشانده.
In SRAK we are trying to make facilities possible, facilities for girls and women in Afghanistan to learn. We do not think about all those girls that we have with us in our network. It is about the girls that we do not have access to them. Our thoughts are with them, and we want to make some facilities for them so that we can have those girls in places, in platforms that they learn, they get educated. Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Parasto Hakim and I am founder of a small foundation in Afghanistan by the name of SRAK. In SRAK we are trying to make facilities possible, facilities for girls and women in Afghanistan to learn and get educated. And we are trying to teach the girls that they cannot go to school anymore. As you might know, that it have been like more than 700 days that girls in Afghanistan do not have right to go to school and the school doors are banned.
سلام، اسم من آرزو است و در مکتب سرک درس میخوانم و از اینکه صنف 7 هستم نمیتونم مکتب برم و نمیتونم درس بخوانم و نمیتونم تحصیل کنم، ولی وقتی که من مکتب میام بسیار خوشحال میشم و در این کورس که میایم بسیار خوشحال میشم درس بخوانم و پیشرفت کنم برای آینده خود یک فرد یا یک شخص مفید باشم.
And in the same time it's been like more than 400 days that girls of university and women from work, they have been banned and they cannot go to university or neither they can work. So we have made this small network shortly after the takeover of the Taliban, and right now we have more than 900 girls learning with us and getting educated, and more than 500 women that they are as a second chance. All those women who could not go to school in 1996, they are with us, and we are like just basic literacy program is also with them. And also in December 2022, when the Taliban banned women from going to universities, we have set up a small network of online education for university students, which then more than 40 students of they have been introduced to online program in the university in India, and more than 5 of our girls from that platform have been introduced to us fellowship program in United States. And we are trying to make platforms where to facilitate the platforms for the girls in our network to go and learn and get educated in many different places where they have to get educated. But I think it's still not enough, and I think that the Taliban are going to restrict the women more and girls in Afghanistan more and more. So for that reason we have started to show them, to educate them with some skill buildings as well, because if tomorrow they were not even allowed to get out of their households, I and my network have decided to make a way where they will have the education and the skill in themselves to be independent and do that skill, and according to that they have some income so that they be boss ladies maybe at their households and not be forced to get married, because the average number of families in Afghanistan is 7 people. So it's too much for according to this poverty situation that we have right now, the refugees and all those challenges that we have. But we strongly believe that this time all the conflict, the war and all these problems and challenges that we are facing will just be possible to not repeat again if we be educated, because I think we have to work from the basis. And the basis, right now the literacy rate is below 0, because our children, the boys, are also not getting educated as they have to. They do not have access to quality education, and they are getting brainwashed in the schools and in madrasas. So that's why we have set up that small network, and our main focus is right now to expand this network and have it all around Afghanistan. But the point is here that we do not think about all those girls that we have with us in our network. It is about the girls that we do not have it, we do not have access to them. Our thoughts are with them, and we want to make some facilities for them so that we can have those girls in places, in platforms that they learn, they get educated, because we believe on the power of education. And I think this time the peace is only, in Afghanistan this time, the peace building is only possible by the way of getting educated. The next generation, they all have to be educated. And these people that we have in our network, in our schools, in our field schools, online programs and platforms, we have a plan for them that when the Taliban just left, they are going to be an army of education, and they will be sitting in the schools, in the courses and institutions for education, to educate all those girls that we right now, like today, because of many critical issues and security issues and many other issues, that we cannot travel, we do not have resources, we cannot have access to them. Our girls and our network, that they are educated, that they are getting educated today, they will go there and they will teach all those girls that we could not do it today. So our biggest motive for starting this thing was because we could. And as a human being, I think the only way to feel alive, to feel human, it is when you are able to help another human being, you have to do it. So at the same time, it's also another thing that we see ourselves for the past 90 years in Afghanistan, we got educated, we used the resources that Afghanistan gave us and the facilities of education that we got. We have kind of feeling ourselves we owe our country, and we have to do something back to give back the debt. So this is how we are trying to do something, at least to bring a very small and minor change in one corner of our country. I think that peace is only possible if we have educated mothers, educated sisters, educated the women, and with the active role in the community. Right now, the Taliban are trying to show the women invisible. They do not want to be on the ground. So we made a world for ourselves underground. So we are doing our work, but it is just to find a way to have collaboration and to have a role, active role in the community. And I think peace is only possible by an decision of an educated and well-educated woman. Because if it was not possible, why the Taliban are banning the women and girls to go to schools and universities and get educated? Because they are afraid of this. Because an educated woman will never get married to a person who have the ideology of the Taliban. They will never allow their children to have the ideology of the Taliban. So that is what the Taliban do not want. Right now, they are trying to whitewash the brain of all those small children, the boys that they are going to the schools, to madrasas, to masjids. They want to have an army with themselves, the army of human resources, that people, the small generation, be with them, and whatever they tell them, those children will do that, because they don't understand what is right and what is wrong. So I think this is the first step for it, that if a woman is illiterate, she do not know what is right and what is wrong, and she will accept whatever the people are telling them, and she's surrounded by it, and she is very easygoing, and she is easy to control. So that's what they want. They want to control us. They want to have control over us and tell us what to do, what not to do, because it's easiest way to stay in power and have power on others. There are too many active women and men who are working for actively working for the educating girls and women inside Afghanistan. But I think one thing that so many elements that have motivated me to go on every day. One of them is the girls and the teachers, that they are working there and they are on the field and they are coming every day with the energy, with the potential, and they are trying to educate, to be educated, and they have a very different kind of motivation. And even sometimes when I feel like I cannot go, and when I talk to them, I feel energetic again, and I want to do more and more and access to more girls that we cannot access. And the other thing is, in August 2021, when Afghanistan was falling, I saw a documentary in which one of our Afghan active female was talking. In 1996, she have set up an undergrounded NGO, and they were working in an undergrounded places, and they were still active. And she said this thing, that my country have worked on me, and I have to work back, because it was the good days that passed, and now it is the worst days, and I have to stay in my country and help because I am able to. So I'm also in the same situation. I am able to help, so I'm doing something for my country because that is my country. Maybe we will leave, maybe we will die, but the country does not go away from you. It is something inside you, and you have to do something for it.